Here we are in part 2 of getting the most out of Realm. If you haven't already, please check out part 1 where we discuss how to manage and get the most out of your account. Today, we'll show you how to maximize your Realm connections. Once again, we'll go to onrealm.org and we'll log in to the fictitious account of Russell Frank. The page opens up on the news feed. The news page is the hub of what goes on in Realm. News from various groups you belong to appears here. You only get info that's pertinent to you, and only members of that group can see it. Basically, what happens in that group stays in that group. So click on the snippet to see the full post. And then at the bottom, you can join the conversation. There's a number of ways you can do that. Here we see Beth Sheldon replied via email. Greg Aker replied via the website, and Beth Scheller replied via the mobile app. So to make your comment, click Start Writing and start writing. So hit reply, and there's your reply. If you decide for some reason that, I didn't really like what I said, let's edit that. This was about a virtual meeting and I won't really be there, I'll be here. So let's change my post. And hit save. If you decide even later that you think, this meeting's over, I didn't really need to do that, let's delete this, and we can permanently delete this reply. So it's the only place in the world that you can retract what you said. Another thing you can do with a post is you can show your support by clicking the heart, or you can just even indicate that you read the post by clicking the heart, but it's a nice thing to do. Did you know also that anyone in the group can initiate a post? Not just the leader. If you go to the top of the news feed and click Start a Post, then you click the group that you want to send it to and click Next. You can give this a title. And then say something. Like what the Lord's been teaching you and all this. And then hit post. So once again, you can edit this if you like. Same process. Also, you can send a photo or a bunch of pictures to people in your group. Just hit the photo icon, then the group you want to send it to, and next. And then you can choose pictures. Let's pick this one. And we will post that to our group. You can also add comments to your photo if you'd like. And the other tab that was up there is the Events tab. As you see, this is disabled for people in the group. That's really for the group leaders to start an event, unless they've changed that. But usually it's just for the group leaders. So let's take a look at the inbox. The inbox is for messages from your group leaders, and usually they'll send them by post, so they'll show up in the news feed, but occasionally they'll send just an inbox message, and it looks something like this, and you can reply to that. take note if the sender has set replies to go to the sender only or to the whole group, but you can reply. Chat is another feature. It's like instant messaging. You can chat to your whole group, or you can start a chat to anybody in the church. So let me send a message to Chris. And off it goes. So there's the message. And then he can respond. He'll get that right away. Let's talk about events now. Most of your events are going to show up in the news feed. That's where you'll see them first. So most events you can just show up to, but some ask for an RSVP. So there's a number of ways that you can reply. You can do it directly from the news feed. So let's check out this one. Here it gives the details of the event, the description. If there's any discussion about the event, it will appear under this tab here, or you can start the discussion. If you need to chat with the host, you can click there, and here's where you RSVP, and we'll say that we're going to the stargazing event, and what can we bring? We can bring a couple items. Let's bring a couple blankets and a star chart and a telescope, and we'll save that. So now it indicates that we're going. Another way you can respond to events is go to the Events tab, and all my events really means my next 5 events, and all events is all the events of my groups. So it's not all the events of the church. So here we see that we replied to this one. We still need to reply to the grapefruit eating contest. So let's check that out. And RSVP for that. We're going. Notice only if you click going do you get a chance to bring items. So I could bring a large box of grapefruit and a gallon of milk. It's a great combination. So we'll save that. And there's yet a third way to respond to the events. You can respond via email invitation. So we'll look up the email here. Here it is for the men's mechanical bull riding contest. Notice there is no RSVP button here. You have to click this link to get connected, and it will take you to the sign-in page, but if you're already signed in, it will just take you right to the page. So here's the event, and we'll RSVP, and we'll say we're going. And we get a chance to include guests if we want, and we'll save. So on this one, there's no items to bring, but they want to know because snacks will be provided, so they know how much to get. So say something comes up and you need to cancel. Let's go to events. There's several ways to find it. You can look through the list here, or you can go to all events. That will give you a little more info. Or you can do a search. We can search by name, and then you can click the link there, or you can put in the group, or probably the easiest way is events I've RSVP'd for. So there is a difference between registration events and RSVP events. Registration events require a payment, such as the Christmas banquet or the women's retreat, things of that nature. And so RSVP, there's no payment involved. So say I got called into work and I can't go. So I'm going to click not going to the grapefruit contest. And so here it says changing your RSVP will also change your commitment to bring items for this event. So it cancels those items that you're going to bring as well. So say you can still go, but you want to change what you're bringing. So for this, you'll need to click the group and then manage RSVP details. And I thought I could bring a telescope, but Uncle Eustace couldn't find his, so I'm out. But I would like to bring a friend, so we'll add that, and I can bring coffee too. So we'll save that, and so it has now changed our RSVP and what we're bringing. This RSVP feature is one your group leaders wish you'd use. It makes life a lot easier for them. And RSVP no is just as important as yes. It lets the leader know you got the message, and they don't have to track you down. So, no reply is not a reply. Let's check out the Giving tab. From here, you can view your giving year-to-date or any time period, whether it's by check or online. And you can also see your last year's contribution statement, and you can print that. Or you can go to the Give Now button and give a gift. At this point, the default is the ties, but you can select another fund, or if you want to give to, say, ties and alms, you can do that and put in your amounts. You can select the date that you want to give if you want to make it later, and you can also schedule multiple gifts, so a recurring gift if you want to. So once you click Give Now, then it will give you an opportunity to enter your card deal details if you haven't already. But if you have, they'd already be in the system. So it's pretty easy. Let's click on Groups. These show you the groups that you're a part of. So clicking on a group will bring up news from that group. So it'll also show you the participants and any resources that are posted there. And incidentally, for you, our family, this is where announcements will show up. And under You Are Fellowship, this is where the prophetic words will show up. So there's also information about the group and its meeting time and location and who leads it and a few other details. So another feature is the Find Groups. At the bottom, at the upper room, groups are divided into 3 categories. If you click on Class, these are mostly Sunday morning classes. There is one that's scheduled to start on a Wednesday, but most of them are on Sundays. And then community, these would be like fellowship groups and things of that nature, men's and women's groups. So you can view those. And then there's service groups. You can see there's lots of opportunities to get involved. So say you click on a group that's new to you. It will give you the information about the group and give you an opportunity to join. You click that link, it will send a request to join that group. But say you go to the Find Groups and you click on a group that you're already a part of. Well, this is going to be just like clicking on it over here on this tab. It's going to give you the same information because you're already a part of the group.
We covered the directory in part 1 of this series, so that's about it on this tutorial about getting the most out of Realm. The Upper Room exists to bring real transformation. You could say heavenly transformation into people's lives. This takes place as we know God, share life, and serve others. Realm is a tool to help facilitate that, so we could love God and people, both inside and outside the church, at higher levels. Let's make full use of that tool. Happy connecting.